Hey everyone, Sean here, and today in this video, I am doing something quite different, as you can tell with these sodas. What's going on here? Usually I don't do this kind of thing with food or whatever, and drinks, but same thing. Uh, anyway, the closest thing I've done was the Hot Ones challenge on this channel, with myself and my pals.
Oh, this
This
is
is
just the
very
beginning, my
concentrated.
friend.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh my god.
Eat it all.
That was wonderful. I had a very wonderful night with the bathroom. But anyway, today we're dealing with soda here, specifically with fighting game characters on here, as you can kind of tell with this artwork on the cans. And what this is KOF or King of Fighters branded soda, I guess. So you got the characters on here, and each of them have a different flavor, of course. And this is all from Q-Doll, from what I can understand, from what I can read. I'm not too familiar with this brand or company or whatever, but what I can understand, they have these KOF themed sodas. So I wanted to give them a try because I was very curious after watching this podcast series I do catch or try to catch frequently, which is the Synchronized series with James Chan, Olaf, and Kitty. And so I was bloody curious of how they taste, so I wanted to give this a go. As you can tell, they come with different flavors. Starting with we'll read them off. This is strawberry right here. And with Iori, this is lychee. This is the most exciting one for me because I do like lychee. And then with Athena, we have peach flavor. This is the most interesting one. Funny enough, it is with Terry. And this is the sea salt flavor. I can't wait to try that one out. And then, so which is why we're going to save this for like second to last-ish. And then with Kyo, rather average-ish with the lime flavor. I guess I can say the same with strawberry. But tangerine flavor with Orochi on here, so that's going to be pretty interesting. Overall, you're definitely buying it for just the brand or the KOF-ness, if you want to put it that way. We'll definitely give these a try. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to try out each soda, give my thoughts, and maybe a rating on it. So this is going to be an interesting ride. Let's give this a go. Alright, so we got our first soda in hand, featuring Athena. It is going to be peach flavored, so this is going to be our first soda. I think this is going to be one of the safer ones, I guess, but I mean, let's face it, I think all of them are pretty safe except for one, but that's for later. Anyway, let's go ahead and pop it open. I'm going to pour into a cup so that way you can see if there's any color to it. I don't think there is. Oh yeah. That's kind of cool about these sodas. There's no food color to it. That's kind of nice, actually. You actually want a more healthy soda. This is 77 calories. And the sugar is not too bad. This one is about 18 grams of sugar, which is like, I think more than half for... if not half the amount for like Coke and Sprite, your average like main consumer. So I can definitely smell the peach flavor from here. Like I wasn't even I was holding it down here and I can smell it already. Like wow, bottoms up. Pro soda here. Yeah, it's definitely got that like that sort of Asian peach soda kind of flavor to it. It definitely is subtle too, more subtle than I thought it'd be. Really, really tells you of how much 18 grams of sugar does to a soda, right? Basically it's kind of like drinking a LaCroix, kinda, but it actually has flavor to it, like a little more. It's still subtle, but there's more flavor than your average like LaCroix, like sparkling water type of deal with that little cough of flavor. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm actually like the more I drink this, I'm actually done with like it's empty. The more I drink this, when it comes to the back notes, I definitely get more of that like LaCroix sort of phenomenon, which is that airy peach flavor aftertaste kind of thing. And maybe some people might say it could be like kind of waxy almost, or even like I said, floral. You know, like a floral after note or aftertaste. But it's still not too bad, I would say. You know, like I said, it's 18 grams of sugar, so it's not gonna be, you know, that much of a punch in comparison to something like, you know, like Sprite with its sweetness, or any other like fruity sodas, like you know, like Fanta, for example. I'm gonna give it an above average score, which is, you know, a 5 being average. Out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. It's pretty subtle, not too bad, but nothing to sing like write home about, really. But if you love peach flavor, Athena might be the character for you. Not too bad of a start, let's just put it that way. Alright, time for the next one. This time, I just had dinner, so it's a good time to wash it all down with some strawberry, featuring Mai Shiranui here. It's got that nice looking artwork, given that it is, I believe, original, right? And I just noticed something kind of neat, that this is supposed to be specifically King of Fighters 97. So that's pretty neat. And then this one is 84 calories this time around, so a little more than our last with Athena. This is going to be, oh, this is also 18.5 grams of sugar, though. Without further ado, let's open this one. Alright, so here we go. Also colorless as well. So again, these KOF sodas are more than a healthy alternative to your usual soda than I've expected. Other than the fact that, yes, it still has sugar, but oh yeah, that definitely is, that is definitely strawberry. All right, okay, so here we go. Okay, that's a pretty respectable strawberry there. Got a decent bite to it when it comes to the carbonation stuff. Up front, strawberry, and then finishes as nicely in the aftertaste and the back end of it. So, not much to say on this one other than, yeah, this is strawberry, and if you really like strawberry soda, this is pretty good. I mean, it's not super overwhelmingly sweet. It doesn't have that like overwhelmingly artificial strawberry flavor either. It's kind of a bit of best of both worlds sort of thing. And in fact, if you look at this, oh, that's interesting. So the strawberry juice concentrate is in here indeed, but not only that, there's apple juice in here. That's that is I guess worth noting. So that gives it a little more of a different flavor, I guess, than your typical strawberry. And yeah, artificial flavoring is in the last part of the ingredients, so not too much there. So that's why you get both, like, kind of the best of both worlds. You still kind of get that soda experience, but you also don't have to feel as guilty drinking it. And on top of the fact that this is not a standard size soda can either, it's a little more flavor's a little more prominent than probably like peach by somewhat of a margin. But this is something I can enjoy, definitely, if this is still around. That is, kind of wish like more and more sodas have go for a more like subtle approach, rather than just flavor, color, you know. And this is kind of up my alley, man. This is like my idea of soda. No color, just the right amount of sweetness and that flavor in there. And there still happens to be strawberry. So this is definitely more, I would say, 7 out of 10. Pretty more of a standard score. You know, pretty good for strawberry. Again, if you really like strawberry flavored sodas, yeah, this I would say go, you know, pick Mai. I think Mai's pretty good. All right, up next we have the old poster boy, at least at some point, which is Kyo right here. I believe he's the poster boy for 97 at least. So anyway, Kyo is the featured character, and then the flavor is definitely, it is 75 calories, I guess, if you want to know that. All right, so this is lime flavor, so I don't expect too much from this one. Maybe other than maybe tasting like Sprite or something, a little bit like a lighter Sprite. It does pour clear, no color or anything, just like the other ones. So alright, he's the lime flavor featuring Kyo. And it's as much as I expected. Nothing too much to go off of. It's pretty much like half of Sprite. That's pretty much like literally half of Sprite, right? Like half the sugar, half the flavor, which is lime, because you know you got the lemon, and the rest of the sugar. Yeah, nothing happening so much on the front end, not even on the back end either. No weird aftertaste, no burst of flavor or nothing. This is literally kind of just like somewhat sweetened sparkling water with lime in it. So that's just pretty much what it is here. Although it doesn't smell too bad. I mean, just lime. But it's still enjoyable nonetheless. So I'll probably give this one like a 6. I can enjoy this. Or even a 5 maybe, because like it's just so average. Nothing to like be like blown away by. And I guess it is kind of like Kyo, right? Average. I'll probably give it a 5. But it's not so bad. If you like lime, this is another one to pick up. Okay, so up next we have Kyo's rivalry here. It is Iori with that nice purple can. And this one is going to be lychee flavored. It's going to be pretty interesting at that. I'm pretty much like a lychee kind of guy when it comes to flavored drinks. I don't think I've actually had lychee for reals, like a real lychee fruit, but I like lychee flavored stuff usually. So, and this time around, this is 92 calories. This is probably the biggest one that we've had so far. So that's kind of interesting. 92 calories. And this one's got a little more sugar in it. It's 22.8 total carbs, but sugar is 20.5. It's got your usual stuff, including citric acid, and then I'm guessing the artificial flavoring is the lychee. So there's no lychee juice or anything like that. I noticed in the ingredients. We got Iori now. Usually I'm kind of lean towards more Iori. I'm more of a Iori kind of guy. He's just really cool. He's a musician. He plays jazz, I think. So that's kind of up my alley. So I can definitely relate to him more than I can with Kyo. But let's pop open this can and see if this lychee flavor is all the craze. So somewhat clear. Does have a strong lychee smell to it. I think it's a slightly. This one's less clear or transparent or translucent. I forget the term for it, but
translucent doesn't even mean invisible. It means semi-transparent.
And yeah, it's definitely got that lychee smell. That's actually pretty nice. So, bottoms up. Let's try that again. Hold on. Definitely not what I expected. Yeah, because when I poured it, it had that real nice lychee smell to it, but it definitely. This may taste like the real thing. I'm not too sure, but I think the ones I like more is the more artificial flavoring of lychee. But this does have a interesting front end. I can't say it's like my kind of flavor, but then when it starts to go in the back end, then it starts to sort of like have that lychee aftertaste. Wow, this is so interesting. It's definitely, like I said, like it's not definitely what I expected, and that is to my disfavor, unfortunately. This is definitely not my cup of soda, that's for sure. I was really looking forward to this one, for out of all the drinks, this could be, if I could be wrong, I can't exactly describe the flavor. But it's not exactly, I would say, fruity or anything like that. That you would expect from drinking all those like lychee flavored drinks. I just don't know what to make of it. I can't really explain the flavor up in the front end. It has been a while since I've last had some lychee flavored thing, but when I so because especially with like lychee flavored Cal Peace, if anyone recognizes that drink over here, that's like more of my alley. But maybe that's because the Cal Peace covers up actually the real flavor of lychee. So maybe this I actually never had lychee like just by itself. Now that I think about it, it's always like with something, right? So Cal Peace, some sort of like boba drink or something to that sort. I actually never had lychee myself, so maybe this is what lychee is by itself. It's starting to taste better. I'm starting to definitely like it better than a lime for sure. I just never had, I guess, lychee by itself, so maybe that's what it really tastes like. So yeah, I think the final score is a safe 6. I definitely did not like my very first drink of it. It tasted just different. It just tasted something I didn't expect. But by the time I'm starting to sort of like I'm like almost halfway, I guess I'm starting to adjust to it, adjusting to the fact that I am drinking lychee by itself now as a carbonated drink. But yeah, I mean, I guess that is a thing, right? So the more you taste it, it becomes you start to sort of see the truth, I guess, or taste the truth, I guess. So while I can't really explain the front end of the taste, once it starts to go into the back end, it definitely has that sort of like that floral quality to it, along with that lychee flavor. I can't really describe it. It's just fruity and just unique of its own. You definitely have to try it for yourself, whether it's this drink or any lychee flavored just Asian drink. Lychee is pretty good. I mean, I definitely usually enjoy lychee flavored stuff. Again, this was just like a kind of a unique experience. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can say Yori does beat Kyo for this time around, but not by a long shot, like I'd hoped for. Alright, the possibly dreaded day has come, because we have reached to Terry Bogard with the sea salt flavor. So this is definitely indeed the fifth soda, or second to last soda. So I do have one more to look forward to potentially wash it down if it's that bad. So yeah, this one's 84 calories for those who care, 18.5 grams of sugar as usual. Let me see what the flavor is like. Okay, so it looks like everything's the same other than the artificial flavoring and all that stuff. So this one does not have the apple juice, so the apple juice won't be there to save me if it's that bad. So, alright, here we go. Let's pop this baby open, and probably the one soda I might not actually drink the whole thing, but we'll see. There might be some unexpected turn of events. Okay, so okay, here we go. Let's see how it smells. Oh, huh. It kind of smells like a maybe like a cheap like caramel like hard candy or something. Oh man, it's got that like kind of like that waxy sort of smell to it. Oh man. Okay. It's not like stinky or anything like that. I wouldn't describe it like that, but it's just weird. It might be like caramel popcorn almost, kind of. Oh, okay. Well, it's like a strong smell of like cheap caramel almost, even though caramel is just burnt sugar. So I don't know how much cheaper you can go. Oh man, I kind of also smell like artificial butter in there too, like notes of artificial butter just from the smell. Oh man, I'm definitely not gonna finish this though. Oh, this is definitely probably the worst one. Okay. Enough stalling. Here we go. It kind of tastes like what it smells, but yeah, this is I do taste that like that artificial butter aftertaste for some reason. Oh man, it's like cheap caramel. That's what it tastes like. Caramel slash butter. Maybe that's what the salt is supposed to be. The buttery thing. Oh man. Yeah, it's like yeah, that's kind of what I can best describe it as. Like it's not completely like foul or anything like that, but if for those who don't like that artificial butter flavoring, definitely stay away from this one. This is what it kind of like reminds me of. That or some sort of like cheap candy. That's what it kind of reminds me of. Yeah, I think this is definitely the one I'm not gonna finish. Like all the other sodas. I'm just sipping it at this point just to get anything else out of it. Yeah, this is definitely like this could be like at best a mixing drink, like a mixing kind of thing with another with some sort of alcohol, some sort of like hard liquor or something. But oh man, just by itself is it's not my cup of tea. I'll definitely tell you that, or my cup of soda. Let me tell you that. I think I'm gonna have to give Terry Bogart's flavor a 3 out of 10. This is like definitely not the most disgusting thing, but the fact that it reminds me of like artificial butter slash that caramel candy, like that waxy caramel candy or whatever. Yeah, not my alley, man. This is not something to drink. This is something to like take as a candy. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, that cheap vanilla could be a possible profile for some drinkers, but this is definitely. I give it a 3 because this might be the flavor for like a niche group of people, like for people who like that candy flavor. And you know, there's always something for somebody out there. So and it's not exactly the most foul thing I've ever tasted, but definitely not up my alley or not my cup of soda, that's for sure. And yeah, so for those who like that artificial butter flavor or don't mind it rather, or like that caramel candy kind of flavor, could be potentially a pick, but I feel like most people, or a good number of people, let's just say, are not gonna like this. This is probably the one soda that I definitely will not gravitate towards to again after this tasting. So and also definitely not the one I'll definitely finish. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to dump this down the drain. I can't finish all this. Now, is it like Terry's armpit bad? I don't know, potentially, right? I mean, he could put on some artificial butter deodorant or something, but maybe his sweat smells like artificial butter. I don't blame people if they call this Terry's armpit as the nickname for this flavor, because it definitely is the worst of the bunch. I'm sorry, Terry. You're definitely likely going to be the last place flavor out of all the cans so far. It's just so unfortunate that Terry is on here as the sort of poster boy for the sea salt flavor, because yeah, I don't know about this, man. This ain't it. So yeah, I went ahead and just put that thing in the drain. It is not up my alley, that's for sure. So, and then I even washed out this cup, of course. So we have our last flavor, which is of course the boss, or one of the bosses of KOF, Orochi. So we got Orochi on the cover, and covering up his lovely crotch is the stamp that is Tangerine. And interestingly enough, this is the one with the most sugar, with 36 grams of sugar, and the most calories, of course, which is 148. That's a whopping 148 comparing to the other sodas that we've tried out. So this is definitely like a soda, like your typical, much closer to a typical soda than any of the other KOF sodas. So Orochi is the boss in that sense, right? He got all the sugar, he got the sweetness, and possibly the flavor. And if you take a look at this, small green orange concentrate. That's actually an ingredient on here. I don't know, I'm not sure what that. That's an interesting ingredient. I've never seen anything like that for sure. It definitely has grape juice in it, along with citric acid, and all your usual soda ingredients. Yeah, so this is gonna be definitely one to a note to finish on, I guess. Popping this can open. And just like the other ones, it does look relatively clear. It does look similar to that of the lychee one, like how it kind of has that foggy sort of appearance. It is definitely not the condensation of the cup or anything. But yeah, so tangerine with Orochi, yours truly. Here we go. Smell this up. Ooh, this smells pretty nice. This is a very nice change in comparison to the sea salt flavor we just had. So yeah, pretty good smelling already. She's got that, it's like a candy orange flavor more than anything, but it is tangerine, so I guess orange would be the closest thing, I guess, in terms of artificial flavoring. Interesting. I definitely taste the grape juice in there. Grape juice definitely is a pretty prominent flavor in here more than anything. Yeah, I would say it's more grape juice than it is tangerine. But let me see. Yeah, it's got grape juice and that orange flavor in there, so I guess that's their idea of a tangerine. Well, I like it. It definitely is the sweetest. It definitely has the sweets. I definitely can definitely taste that. Definitely a nice nice front and a nice finish. Yeah, this is like it's kind of like a cactus cooler almost. I think that's the closest thing I can like compare it to, without the color. So if you don't feel like getting a cactus cooler, even though those are pretty good, especially back in the day, but you kind of worry about the color, maybe this could be the one to pick up, potentially. Now, this I wouldn't call this a healthy alternative because it does have pretty much a close equivalent of sugar than that of like your typical drinks or typical sodas, but it doesn't have the food coloring, so you can definitely feel a little less guilty about that as you drink this soda here. So I'll definitely give this one. Yeah, it's definitely sweet for sure. Yeah, I think honestly, besides the sweetness, I think the flavor itself is pretty good. It actually even tastes more like Sprite / Cactus Cooler than anything. I think the more I drink it, I'm starting to get reminders of Sprite. Very reminiscent of Sprite, for sure. So, who would have thought, right? The one that tastes like most like the soda probably is the best potentially, but I'm gonna definitely think about that over. But this is definitely pretty good. I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10. It's definitely, you know, probably the safest soda. Well, in terms of just flavor. But when it comes to the amount of sugar, you definitely want to be a little more careful with the health concerns, I guess. But one thing for sure, it's definitely way better than the sea salt one, for sure. I mean, that's not much to say or not much of a comparison, but right after sea salt, can't blame you for thinking that. Yeah, so overall, it definitely tastes like Sprite with a hint of grape juice in there. I think that's one comparison or note to go off of when it comes to the tangerine flavor for the KOF soda. So that wraps it up for the tasting experience for the KOF sodas. It might be obvious to some of you of where I rank these sodas from worst to best. So from stage right to stage left, it's pretty obvious that the Terry Bogard / sea salt flavor is definitely the worst of the bunch. definitely can't go there again. I mean, it could be something for somebody or some people out there, a very niche amount of people out there, but definitely not my alley for sure. It reminds me too much of that cheap candy, that artificial butter sort of taste, and also that cheap vanilla flavor too, to try to get away with it. But sea salt flavor, I'm sorry, no, this is not for me. So Terry Bogard is the worst of this bunch here. I'm sorry. It's just it would have been a little fitting if it was like somebody else, but you know, it's Terry Bogard. They gotta slap him onto something, right? So, oh man, I kind of feel bad for Terry, but it is what it is. After that though, leaps and bounds with Kyo here, because I definitely was able to enjoy Kyo a lot better than our last contender here, but not much to write home about. Like the lime flavor is just lime flavor, right? And it's, you know, didn't really hit on the front, didn't quite have a, you know, impressionable sort of back end either for the flavor, so that's why I definitely put it at number 5. Yeah, if you don't want any danger, I guess Kyo is definitely one of them. If you're feeling a little more adventurous with the lychee flavor, that's definitely probably potentially the one, because Iori, while I did say the front end was weird, like I definitely wanted just to clarify that I never had any standalone lychee flavor, so that could have been a part of it. That could have been something that sort of like threw off my expectations. So that's why the front end was like, whoa, you know, it just wasn't what I expected. But whenever it finishes with the back end, it definitely tastes more of that lychee that, you know, I'm familiar with. So it does have while the front end isn't what I expected or hoped for, the finish is something I definitely do favor more towards. So that's why I put it at number 4, beating Kyo here. So Iori, once again, I gotta say, Iori wins over this rivalry battle here against Kyo. But meanwhile, the waifus definitely have dominated the majority of the sodas, right? With number 3, Athena here, with that peach flavor. I definitely do like it. I enjoy peach flavors as well, so that's why I was able to confidently say this is number 3. You know, despite being more on the lighter side, at least, you know, I can definitely enjoy this somewhat more from the front and the back end of the drink. So the start to finish is a little more enjoyable than the lychee here, in my opinion. So that's why, again, I like to put it at number 3. So at number 2 though, with Mai Shiranui, she's rocking that strawberry, and I think the strawberry is overall refreshing. You know, as I was finishing off the camera, the more I drank it, the more like refreshing it was. It's what I felt as I was drinking the strawberry. You know, definitely I would say the best well-balanced strawberry soda out there. You know, Fanta is like overly sweet and like super just strawberry, you know, artificial strawberry, and it definitely, you know, it's something what, you know, people like here in America, at least. There's sweetness and just overpowering flavor. But for me, this one's more up my alley because it's more subtle, not overly sweet, and you know, you don't gotta do anything about it. You know, especially with that the no food coloring thing. That's also another like factor to take into if you want to like have a safer soda, so to say. And it definitely has the best I would say the best balance of both worlds. You get all the sort of healthier routes of the soda, but still relatively maintain the sensations that you would look forward to drinking the soda. You got the bite, the carbonation bite, the pleasant flavor of strawberry, and the fact that you have Mai Shiranui on here, which you know, makes her she's like definitely the one of the most popular waifu characters out there within the KOF the world. But that doesn't take away from number 1 here, of course, with the tangerine flavor featuring the boss Orochi here, right? Because of the tangerine flavor, I think it's oddly enough probably right, like it is the most flavorful It is the sweetest, but I like the flavor itself too. Overall, it definitely it's like Sprite with a hint of grapefruit, and I think that really makes it stand out all that much more from the rest of these sodas. But also with like other sodas too, just like not just KOF, the KOF sodas here, but with sodas in general. I kind of wish that, you know, someone like Sprite would come out with a grapefruit version or something, or grapefruit edition of Sprite. So you have, you know, the lemon and lime and the grapefruit in there. It'll be pretty interesting to see if they try to pull that off. So, but for right now, this is the closest thing I think to that idea. The closest realization is with Orochi here. You know, I guess he brought something to reality in this case here. And the reason why I put this over the strawberry is because I'm actually not that much of a strawberry kind of guy. But oddly enough, this is the best one because it's strawberry, it's at number 2. If it was like cherry lime or something to that extent, or maybe perhaps they can enhance this lychee flavor somehow so that the front end is more, you know, something more pleasant for me, it would have taken at least the number 2 spot for sure over my Shiranui here. But yeah, it's strawberry. If you like strawberry, this could be your number 1. But for me, for this case, it's the tangerine flavor with Orochi here. So, but overall, I think the whole experience itself was very interesting to even see the fact that KOF has some sort of soda thing going on. I tried to look up other fighting game related sodas, and not so much else out there, unfortunately. KOF is the only like full experience. You know, it got the 6-pack and everything, so different flavors, and most of them are pleasant. I definitely would like to go back to someday. Especially these 5, I can definitely drink either of these ones. Terry, I'm sorry, you're the lone dog here, so if you were gonna ask, are you okay? I would say, nah. That's definitely one way to conclude it, so. Well, thank you very much for this soda tasting with the KOF sodas. I definitely had a fun time doing all this filming and stuff like that. It definitely took me more than just a day because I don't want to waste soda, so that's why I drank most of the sodas. This one's the only one I drained down the sink. Again, I can't finish. And oh my goodness, funny enough, the Terry soda leaves the messiest ring on the table here, so I gotta clean that up after. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the thumbs up. Perhaps I can taste something else. You can put that in the comment section below. Maybe I'll someday give it a try. Maybe it's something maybe I can keep around for this channel here. Just taste stuff randomly, especially if it's like video game related, or if it's fighting game related, or it's maybe Japanese, or anything interesting really. That's an interesting find. I'll definitely try to film it for you guys. So, but yeah, KOF sodas, who'd have thunk, right? Before I keep yabbering, leave any comments down below. Like I said, hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Really appreciate you guys, and thank you very much for this soda tasting. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sean out.